Hi everyone, welcome back to Vocal Commute. I'm Krishika,
I'm Dhanesh.
and today we are talking about Arijit Singh's sudden retirement. But Papa, is he really retiring?
He is. If I look at the headlines and news, then he is retiring from playback singing. But if I listen to his latest music, especially the two tracks that just came out after he announced his retirement from the movie O Romeo, I feel like he's just getting started. So I am really upbeat about his move to independent music because I think that's going to be the best thing for his voice as well as for us as fans.
Yeah, that makes some sense, but why now? Is he really that old?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with his age because I've heard him speak. It's not like a random break that he's taking from film music. It's a conscious decision to move away. I think there could be two or three things contributing to it. One would be the fact that he might be just bored of doing the same thing over and over again. You know, in film music space, it's usually like cash in on a trend. So if somebody is successful, then find out what they're successful in and then make them do the same thing over and over again. So he's been singing romantic, soulful, sad tracks in Hindi films for a while now, and probably when he's not singing those in the music studio, he's traveling around the world singing the same tracks again. So maybe he's just bored of doing that. Maybe he's feeling a bit of creative restlessness. He wants to explore more because I distinctly remember the track that made me fall in love with his singing was "Phir Le Aaya Hai Dil" from Barfi, and this was before he got huge commercial success with "Tum Hi Ho" from Ashiki 2. So I believe he might be wanting to explore his creative side more. Maybe go back and be a student. He's a student of Indian classical music, so maybe go back, learn something more, and improve or refine his skill. Not that he needs it any further, but yeah, maybe he just wants to do that, and or he's just trying to make some space for other people. Because in the film music scene, it's like you have two different categories. One is the top category, and you only have Arijit Singh there, and the rest are just to fill the other places. So maybe it's
Yeah.
just making place for somebody else to catch. So, Krishika, as a student of music and singing, why do you think it's going to be good for his voice?
From a student's perspective, I feel like he's made the right decision for his vocal
Yeah,
health.
but why?
I feel like relating back to the boredom factor, he's been one of the most streamed artists for around 7 to 8 years, I think, and he's been singing similar kinds of songs like romantic, sad songs. And yes, I will miss it, but at the same time, I feel like he's practiced those songs like 1,000 times and performed them even more. So maybe through the retirement, maybe we'll get to see a bit of his classical side and the real Arijit Singh.
Maybe he's just feeling his voice is overused. He might be tired, and now just the rest would do him a world of good. Like she said,
Yeah.
7 8 years he's been constantly singing. So a bit of a break might bring out a different side of Arijit that we'll get to hear.
All of this makes sense, like whatever we've said so far, but you mentioned that it would also be beneficial for the fans, and that makes no sense at all.
I know it's not a popular opinion, and many people you know, would want to kill me for saying this, but um, I know we feel like we are losing him because he's suddenly announced he's retiring, but I think we might be getting a new Arijit altogether. That's my personal view, and the reason behind that is if I look at his recent independent music that he's done, his music label that he's launched, Orion, through those, the songs that he's doing through those are great. I think we'll get to explore the composer side of Arijit Singh more now, especially with his Indian classical background. He would be able to explore more and maybe come up with new and creative songs. The quality of songs might improve because the quantity is going down, and
Yeah.
I would any day take quality over quantity. So, yeah. So, because he's singing less, he would be able to do more justice to whatever songs he's doing rather than just coming in and just singing and ending the session, taking the money and going home. So he'll be putting more into it. If you look at the independent music he recently did with Salim-Sulaiman on Sukoon, and especially the second version of the video that came out, or with Ed Sheeran for Sapphire, you could see that he has a pure connection to the place where he's from, and there's a soul, a different soul to those songs compared to the film songs that he does. So that is why I feel his move to independent music would be great. One more thing is, I think he keeps up with the trend, because he recently launched one more song with Salim-Sulaiman, Into You, and that I think caters well to Gen Z. So, yeah.
What do you guys think about Arijit's sudden retirement? We would love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments below.
And if you're worried that you're going to lose him, please don't be, because I believe that this would be a new beginning for him, and he would be less of a brand now and more of a musician. And that vocal commute, that's what we feel the craft is all about. So staying true to the craft is really important, and that's the move that he's trying to make. Anything else you want to share?
I just wanted to say that in the upcoming videos, we will be sharing some of our personal favorite vocal training exercises that would help you build resonance and sustain your voice, vocal health, etc.
Yeah, maybe someday you'd be able to fill the gap that Arijit Singh has created through these exercises. So stay tuned and stay with us, and let's learn together. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.